Nice hook for the big Dodge out of Iowa.
How many Dodge fans we got here this afternoon? That's a brand new truck for this season.
DJ getting down there. We'll get the distance for him. He'll have to make a decision if he wants to keep that hook or drop it. DJ going to get marked at 3:16 and 6:8. Official trying to get the decision from him, and we'll see what he decides here. He is going to keep that hook. We are set and underway in this Pro 4x4 class.
We're going to start over here on the announcer side of the track with Chris Mites, light modified tractor, 6,000-pound light modified. Chris Mites is last night's winner. This is the guy that won the whole class. Running a supercharged Chrysler Hemi 1471 blower injected on methanol. Want to thank Case IH, our title sponsor of the Outlaws. Case IH is a global leader in agricultural equipment. The network of dealers and distributors committed to working with customers, providing ag equipment and flexible financial services, providing the most powerful and reliable equipment to meet today's agricultural challenges. Go see your Case IH dealer. Check out your new tractor. Check it out online at caseih.com.
Looks like they might be having a little trouble getting that mod fired up. We're going to get this big old blue Ford out here going down the track. This will be Bronson Gibbons out of Riverdale, Nebraska. Bronson driving a big blue Ford he calls Razzmatazz. Going to have to get out there and beat that Dodge at 3:16. Ford people get behind him right here. The Razzmatazz. No, Razzmatazz having a little problem there.
Yeah, he jumped on it right away, but he's got 100 foot. Give it up and give it another shot here. We give every puller that option. They shut it down before 100-foot mark. Back them up, give them one more try. The Pro Stock 4x4 class, just to give you an idea of the rules, 485 cubic inch limit. DOT tires, 33 inches tall, 12.5 inches wide. Single carburetor, cast iron block, and they must run on gasoline. That gasoline that they run is VP Q16. It's 116 octane oxygenated racing gas. All of our vehicles run on VP fuels. The engine and sheet metal must match. If it's a Ford truck, got to have a Ford motor in it. These trucks will turn upwards of 10,000 revolutions per minute. And some of them will actually eclipse that and go over that mark. Making about 1,150, 1,200 horsepower.
Yeah, then four-wheel drives, you may see this a couple of times throughout the night. They are ever so particular getting them out of the hole there. They got to be just right on the throttle, sliding the clutch to get those things to hook up. They get doing that bouncing number, and the guys do not like it. They know it kills. Need a pull-off vehicle on the track. Pull-off vehicle on the track, please. Having some problems with the big Ford. Need a pull-off on the track.
We got a fire in Chris Mike's tractor out of Cortland, Nebraska. Last night's winner in this light modified class. We've got 13 light mods. A lot of different power plants in this light modified class. Single 1471 supercharged Chrysler Hemi. You know what? When you're driving a pulling tractor, that's the most beautiful sight in the world to see that 300-foot flagman running backwards.
You ain't a kidding, and running he was. I thought he might get passed up there for a minute. Just got word the Razzmatazz Ford over there on the other side is broken. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to come back here this evening. Give him a round of applause over there, man. Come out and break on the starting line.
Yeah, we'll have to make a decision over here. The 300-foot flagman actually threw the red flag to stop him. So we'll either have to reset the sled or have a pull-off, one or the other, if somebody else gets out there. $390.52, Chris Mikes.
Over there on the four-wheel drive sled, Chevrolet people, you got a Dodge setting out in the lead. You got your first opportunity right here to get out past them. Coming to us from Amherst, Nebraska, this is Brian Rumbeck. Truck he calls the Twister. As soon as we get the razzmatazz clear the end of the track, we're going to turn him loose. See what the big Chevrolet out of Amherst has got for him here this evening. That Dodge sitting out there at 3:16 and 68. Very respectable number. Going to be a hard pull to get past him. Here we go. Green flag. This is the Twister of Brian Rumbeck out of Amherst, Nebraska. Brian giving it everything he had a little bit of a bounce right there through mid-track. That definitely hurt his distance. Not exactly the hook he was looking for. Going to mark him at 3:02 and 80 for the Twister. 3:02 and 80.
Over here on the tractor side, next puller is going to be Tyler Meyer out of Hooper, Nebraska. 1,710 cubic inch D12 Allison aircraft engine, Blue Thunder. $358.7 for Tyler Meyer.
Boy, them big old mod tractors laying it out here this evening right off of the bat. Some good hooks right there back to back. Over on the other side, this is Jeremy Stevens bringing this truck to the line out of Beatrice, Nebraska. Jeremy currently setting number 10 in our 2021 Outlaw points season. That season's wrapping up on them very quick. Every one of them fighting, trying to win every point they can get up toward the top of that leaderboard in the points class. This GMC here, he calls it the Irritator. Coming to us out of Beatrice, Nebraska. Irritator going to have a tough run to get. 3:16 and 68 sitting in the lead. Got the Chevrolet sitting at 3:02. Here we go, the Irritator. Oh boy, the Chevrolet's having the trouble catching that big old Dodge this evening. Going to mark him at 296 and 90 for the Irritator GMC. 296 and 90.
We're going to bring up another V12 Allison aircraft engine. These engines were designed in the 1930s, widely used in World War II. The most famous aircraft these engines went in was the P-51 Mustang, turned the tide of the air war in Europe with this power plant right here. 1,710 cubic inches, has a supercharger driven off the crank in the front. 4 valves per cylinder, 2 spark plugs per cylinder. V12 Allison aircraft engine. Gage Ott out of Norfolk, Nebraska. Trying to see if he's got gears here, see if he'll move. Not going to roll, going to need a pull-off. Need a pull-off. Broke something in the drive line. Man, he was getting ready to drop the hammer on that thing. Actually did. And broke something in the drive line.
Pretty tough luck for that Warhawk machine right there. You can see it on the replay. When that thing broke, it slammed down, beat him around in the cab there pretty hard.
Yeah, pretty rough ride there with no suspension. He's looking around like, what the heck just happened? Sitting number 2 in the points right now as well. That's going to hurt him in the points race. They're rocking it back and forth there, see if they can get it to go in a gear or something. I don't think it's got anything there.
While we wait to see what's going on there over on the pickup side, got another big Dodge coming to us out of New Virginia, Iowa on this one. This is Nicole Strange, one of the 2 lady drivers in the class here this evening. Nicole came out last night, or I think her husband drove it last night and went number 14 with it. Nicole trying to place better than him did. Ladies, get behind her, the Sin Wagon, Nicole Strange. Boy, the Dodgers got the recipe here this evening. It pulled her down on the big end, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be around the 2 GM machines out there. Going to mark Nicole at 3.20 and 6.8. There's your new leader right there. Ladies, give her a round of applause. Nicole Strange from New Virginia, Iowa.
All right. Warhawk, they're going to take it back to the pits and try to fix it. He didn't get past the 100 foot when it broke. They'll take it back to the pits, drop the last, see if they can't get it fixed, come back out here and make a pass. Next puller over here is going to be Cody Meyer out of Hooper, Nebraska, the retired warfare machine.
All right, rolling out here on the track. This beautiful Chevrolet machine right here out of Vasilla, Iowa. This is Dave Walters. Calls this truck the Tater Wagon 2. Dave came out last night, late in the class, was able to just barely inch out the win over one of the big Fords out here. Truck currently setting number 5 in the points for the 2021 season. Dave looking to double up and do it again. He'll be in the running for that Thunderbolt here that we'll be passing out this evening. The best 2-hook average from last night and tonight will get that Thunderbolt award here in Wisner. Getting everything checked out here. We'll get the equipment off the track and we'll be running. Here we go, green flags. This is Dave Walters out of Vasilla, Iowa. The Chevrolet he calls Tater Wagon 2. He burned it in there good. I'm not quite sure it's going to be enough, though.
Going to be close. That buckboard of that sled, the front part of that sled is pretty close to that VP leader flag.
Going to end up marking the Tater Wagon 2 at 3:15 and 93. Currently puts him in the number 3 position. He is not going to win the class, but still going to keep him in the runnings for that Thunderbolt Award here this evening.
All right, we're breaking stuff over here on the modified side. Retired Warfare didn't even get up to the line and broke, so we're going to drop him back. See if he can get that fixed and drop to the last. So that'll bring up Jazz Henderson out of Bridgeport, Nebraska. Turbulence. T-53 helicopter turbine power plant on this tractor. Come out of a Huey helicopter. Now, a lot of people call this a jet. Well, it's not really a jet. It has a flywheel. It's considered a turbine, a turbine. You got old Johnny Einstein over there, the Lone Ranger. Hadn't had this truck out for a while. He had to dust it off when he brought it out here for Wisner. Here we go. Jazz Henderson, you're cleared for takeoff on runway number 2. Turbulence out of Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Kind of a bouncy ride for the turbulence machine there. He hit a little turbulence on the track. We're going to run this pickup real quick, and we'll get you the distances. Tanner Einstein, the Lone Ranger from Chilton. Boy, he found something right out there about 200 foot. I don't know if you've seen it. That truck started going straight to the right on him. He had to steer it hard to bring it back around. That's definitely going to hurt the distance for him.
290.16.
295 and 21. 295 and 21 for the big Lone Ranger Ford.
290.16 for Jazz Henderson in turbulence. Points leader is on the you got your points leader on the high-level mods. I got my points leader on four-wheel drive. Hang on. Blake Ott, Norfolk, Nebraska, Foreign Affairs. twin turbines L11, T53 L11 turbines on that tractor. Currently leading the points with the Outlaws.
Ron, I don't know if you've seen that. Maybe we'll catch it here on the replay. Right down here, about 150, the left rear tire of that Foreign Affairs machine was completely off the ground. He took a bounce right there, jumped completely off the ground.
328.01 puts him in the number 3 spot for right now. 328.01 for Blake Ott and Foreign Affairs out of Norfolk.
We're trying to get the Lone Ranger off the end of the track down here. Bear with us just a minute. We're going to have to get a lift in here, get him off the track. Getting the pull off down here to get the Lone Ranger off the track. Then we'll have Keith Hammonds on the other side out of Green City, Missouri. Keith, the current points leader in the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive division. Been having a really good season out here with us. Right now, it looks like Keith's going to have an 18-point lead in this race right now over the troublemaker truck of Brett Stamps. Going to be trying to get a nice finish here tonight, keep increasing that lead every chance he gets. Like I said earlier, this points race is ever so quickly winding down for these guys. It's like we're just about ready to go here. Green flags. Here comes Keith Hammonds out of Green City, Missouri. Truck he calls Bipolar.
Oh, going to be close down there.
That's going to be close. You heard him sliding that clutch out of the hole. You could hear the thing really pull down before it come to life. Going to mark Keith with a distance of 3:20 and 77, 3:20 and 77. Right there is your new leader by 7/100ths of a foot. That big Dodge was sitting at 3:20 and 68. Keith just went 3:20 and 77 to take over the lead.
Last hook here tonight for the season for the light modified tractors. So this is their points final in this light modified tractor division. Next puller is Jeff Geiger out of Allen, Nebraska. Captain Hook 2, Big Block Chevrolet twin turbocharged. The pickup over there, the Pro Stock pickup over there is unique to this Pro Stock 4x4 class, and it's front suspension. He has an independent front suspension on the Grizzly. Jeff Geiger going to go first, Captain Hook 2. Woo-wee.
Son of a gun.
Hard to get traction when your back tires are off the ground.
We had a tractor pull or a rodeo. Which one is it? I think he got confused. Here we go, the Grizzly. Oh, nice hook for the Grizzly, scratching and digging and clawing and pawing, trying to stretch it out there and take the lead away. Going to come up just a little bit short at 3:17 and 54. He was doing everything he could to catch that bipolar truck that just ran. That Grizzly machine that just went down the track last year, the man that was driving that machine unfortunately passed away. That's the mechanic that had it. He has taken it over, said it's going to stay out here and keep running. That truck comes to us out of Winterset, Iowa, and that was Phil Kinney in the pilot's seat tonight.
Blake Hott out of Norfolk, Nebraska. The frequent flyer, another V12 Allison aircraft engine. Currently third overall in the point standings. .390.52 is the lead distance right now. 390.52. Blake Ott with a nice pass on the frequent flyer machine. Not going to get out there, but Chris Meintz is going to come up a little bit short. Going to move into the number 3 spot. Moves into third, 351.57.
Here we go, Ford fans, the Tantrum out of Bennington, Nebraska. If you notice the paint on that truck, you can see it changing colors all the way down the track. The big, beautiful Ford coming to us out of Nebraska there. Not the run they were looking for tonight. Clint Smeal in the driver's seat of the Tantrum. Not going to be happy with that. 261 and 87, where we're going to mark him. 261 and 87 for the Tantrum Ford out of Nebraska.
Ecotuning.com, your diesel tuning experts, a trusted diesel tuning partner for over 15 years. Tuning all things ag since 2005. On your farm equipment, you want more power and use less fuel doing it? Check out Ecotuning.com. Find the dealer nearest you. D&K Repair. Check out D&K Repair, your local Ecotuning dealer. Brian Fuller out of Lee, Nebraska, the Fuller pulling machine. .1471 supercharged, alcohol injected Chrysler Hemi. 390.52. Chris Meintz trying to make it 2 in a row.
Over there on the pro stock side, we got another big Dodge coming out of Truro, Iowa. That'll be Gerald Snyder, the truck he calls Snyder.
Well, you were talking about rodeos there a few minutes ago. Brian Fuller was trying to lasso that big Hemi. It wanted to go left. It wanted to go right. He was trying to keep it straight to no avail.
Yeah, I think he was trying to dance a jig there to the left, to the right, to the left, right, left. Here we go, the Snyder Dodge. Oh, my, did you see that track grab a hold of that Dodge on the big end? Completely stalled it out right there.
313.43 for Brian Fuller. 313.43.
laying the big Dodge out of Iowa in at 3:16 and 54. That's Gerald Snyder, the truck he calls Snyder.
Next tractor coming up here comes out of Norfolk, Nebraska. It's called Double Overtime. Dalton Henry running twin 6-liter LS Chevrolet motors. Same motors that you'll have in your 3/4 ton Chevrolet pickup, with a little bit of difference. They've been tweaked a little bit now. They've got twin turbos on each motor, cast iron blocks. Pretty good running little tractor. These LS motors, very popular for hot rodders right now. They're putting them in anything and everything street rodding. They do make a lot of power. Dalton Henry, double overtime. Nice hook for Dalton Henry out of Norfolk. Moves into the number 4 spot, 347.73.
Over here on the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive side, this truck came out last night, went number 3. The big, beautiful blue Chevrolet of Toby Vanderpool calls this one the Chain Stretcher. Toby having a pretty decent year with us so far, setting number 6 in our point, tied for number 6 in our points, with that tater wagon truck of Dave Walters. Going to be trying to beat that distance that he laid down tonight so he can move up one spot. Tater wagon was at 3:15 and 93. That's what it'll take to break the points tie. The distance to take the win right now, going to have to get past 3:20 and 77 with the Chain Stretcher.
Yeah, 3 wins for Toby on the season so far, including Tuesday afternoon at the Iowa State Fair. He beat out all the other competitors in the Pro Stock 4x4 class to take the win there in Des Moines on Tuesday.
Here we go, the Chain Stretcher. Oh boy, that's going to be close. He stretched it right on out there, 3:23 and 85. There's your new leader, the Chain Stretcher, out of Indianola, Iowa, Mr. Toby Vanderpool.
Here we go, turbine time again. Cody Meyer, jet lag out of Hooper, Nebraska. Cody Meyer, the jet lag T53 turbine. Moves into the number 5 spot, 335.94.
Coming out here on the pickup side, it's going to be Brett Stamps out of New Market, Iowa. Brett's currently sitting number 2 in our season points, but had a very disappointing run last night. Brett only able to make a distance of 7 feet, had a lot of issues.
Yeah, what happened was they broke the distributor gear. Distributor gear broke on it. They were working on it this morning, got it fixed up. Can't make that engine go without ignition. Got to have that distributor turning.
That distributor don't turn, that engine don't burn. Here we go, the troublemaker. laying it right in there. It's going to be close for the troublemaker. Going to mark him at 3:21:70. 3:21:70 for the troublemaker out of New Market, Iowa. Mr. Brett Stamps going to put him in number 2 right now behind that chain stretcher truck at Toby Vanderpool.
Adam Kaiser out of Pender, Nebraska. Tractor called Crushing It. Single big block Chevrolet. Single turbocharger. Been fighting some gremlins on this setup, trying to get it to run, make a nice smooth pass down the track without sneezing or coughing. Had a pretty good pass last night. Going to really have to pull out all the stops here to get past Chris Mike's 390 and change. Adam Kaiser crushing it. All right, did not get past the 100-foot mark. He's good to go. Give him another shot here.
Over there on the pickup side, this is going to be Jeff Carter out of Guthrie Center, Iowa. Big red Ford he calls Determination. He's going to have to be awfully determined here this evening. He can do it, but he's going to have to work for it. 3:23:85, the mark to beat. Boy, he gave it all he had. Not sure if that's going to be enough for the Determination truck. Going to come up just a little bit short at 3:19:30 in the red Ford out of Guthrie Center, Iowa. 3:19:30 for the Determination machine.
132.46 for Adam Kaiser, so he did get past the 100-foot mark. 132.46 feet. Going to bring up another twin turbine. Andrew Beckman. Peer pressure tractor out of Hoskins, Nebraska.
Need to thank VP Racing Fuels for sponsoring the Outlaws here, the 2021 season. Every vehicle you see go down the track will have VP Racing Fuel in it. Whether it's these pickups over here with the race gasoline, the diesel tractors you'll see later on with the VP diesel and water, or the alcohol machines you'll see later with the big blower motors, all of them will have the VP Racing Fuel in the tank. Over on the pickup side there, this big Ford coming out here. This will be Loretta Selman driving this evening. Another female driver here in the class. Her and her husband share driving duties. They've been looking for that ever-elusive win this season. Loretta and Marty, 3 different times, have been setting in number 1. And late in the class, Dave Walters in that Tater Wagon 2 truck would come in and knock them off. So they're looking for 2 different distances here this evening. 3:23:85 is what it takes to win it. And then 3:15:93 where the Tater Wagon's sitting. They're wanting to get around him.
Here we go, Andrew Beckman out of Hoskins, Nebraska. Twin turbine called Peer Pressure.
All right, here we go, ladies. Get behind her. Loretta Selman, the Rat Trap 4, trying to find that first win for the season. Here she goes. Oh, howdy, did she take it with authority. Tried a little different line on the track. There was a hook in it, and she found it. Going to burn that big Ford in at 3:35 and 56. Puts her way out in the lead, 3:35 and 56 for the Rat Trap Ford, taking it over by more than 15 feet.
Andrew Beckman at Peer Pressure goes 3:31.51.
Over here on the red sled, we're going to change classes. Going to be jumping into our light super stocks. See a little bit of variety in this class, gas or alcohol, some diesels. First hook coming up here going to be Matthew Vogelmeiser out of Sweet Springs, Missouri. Calls it the Pumpkin Express. Over on the other side, that'll be Derek Brown, the Holland Grass Chevrolet. Derek finished number 6 last night, currently setting number 3 in this points race. Here we go on the super stock side. Matthew Vogelmeister, the Pumpkin Express. Matthew laying down a pass there. We'll get the distance on it and see what he decides to do. 285.76, the mark. We'll just see what he does with it. Got to decide if he wants to keep it or drop it right here. He is thumbs up. We're going to keep that hook. On the other side, Derek Brown, Holland Grass. Derek giving it all he had, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He laid it in there, was burning hard for it.
Josh, I'm down here with Chris Mites, winner of the light modified tractor class. Chris, we give out an award here called the Thunderbolt Award. It's best overall finish from both nights. And a lot of times we have to kind of figure it up there. We have to pull our shoes off and count our fingers and toes to figure out who has the best average finish. Wasn't too hard to figure with you winning both nights.
Yeah, I had a good place tonight to put first and practice clean.
You said you might have lost a motor just now.
I think I burnt a piston. I burnt one last week, or no, 2 weeks ago, and I missed West Point because of it. And we put together for Wisner, and it ran hard last night, and I had to put another push rod in it because it broke that, and we made it pass, and it worked.
Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Mites, winner tonight, winner last night, winner of the Thunderbolt Award here at Wisner, Nebraska. Give him a round of applause. Congratulations.
good job down there. Over on that four-wheel drive side, this is how close that race is. Marty Selman, or Loretta Selman with the Rat Trap, was at 3:35 and 56. Derek Brown, the Holland Grass, went 3:35.09. Number 2, the Rat Trap, hanging on to the lead right there by just about 6 inches. Here comes the Born Loser Light, Tyler Spatansky out of Cairo, Nebraska. Nice pass for the Born Loser Light. .312 and 52 puts him into the lead. 3:12 and 52 for the Born Loser Light. Over on the other side, coming out of New Virginia, Iowa, this is the Wild Thing. Alan Brommel at the controls tonight. Got to get past 3:35 and 56 if he wants to win it. Going to come in at 3:28 and 68 with the Wild Thing machine. 3:28 and 68. We got 3 hooks left to go over there on the four-wheel drive side.
Next puller here, light superstock. Going to be Lauren Boyson. Young lady out of Ottawa, Iowa, 18 years old. She's driven this tractor a handful of times. Not a whole lot of experience behind the wheel. We've got a lot of young guns with the Outlaws, a lot of young drivers from 16 to 25. We spotlight those young guns on Outlaw every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Go to the Outlaw Facebook page or Beer Money Pulling Team's Facebook page. You can watch Outlaw live at 7 p.m. every Tuesday.
Over on the pickup side, backing into the big old sled. This is Al Ferguson out of Adrian, Missouri, the Four Seasons Gambler. Another one of them tough Ford pickups. 3:35 and 56. The Rat Trap still set in the lead. Everybody's hunting for him. Here we go, the Four Seasons Gambler.
Nice hook for Al Ferguson. Al's a reformed circle track driver. He used to run roundy round cars. Sold everything and went truck pulling.
The Four Seasons Gambler are going to come in at 3:28 and 87. 3:28 and 87. 2 more hooks to go in this class.
Yeah, Al said the atmosphere in the pits at a tractor pull is 180 degrees out from what it is at circle track races. Said the pullers help each other. It's like one big family back in the pit area. There are fierce competitors out here on the track, but you'll find competitors helping each other fix things when things get broke from one pull to the next, and they'll help fix each other's vehicles out in the pit area.
Hey, Ron, don't forget, a little bit later on here this evening, we'll see this young lady's boyfriend out on a big John Deere in the Pro Stock class. So,
Lauren Boyson. Ladies, let's help her out. She's out of Ottawa, Iowa, under construction.
Her dad standing right down there about 120 feet in a gray shirt watching her, cheering her on. He's saying, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Oh, tough ride for Lauren right there.
Tough sledding for her. 100-foot flagman said she did pull back before 100-foot. Got her hands a little twisted up on the steering wheel there when she came down.
Yeah, you watch that replay over there. That steering, it went every which way but straight when she hit.
Yeah, when it bounced, it yanked that steering wheel out of her hands as well. So
over on the pro stock side, the Ford coming to us out of Mound City, Missouri. This is Miles Jumps, the noise complaint. Boy, they found that line on the left side, and they are building that road, burning them in right there. Miles going to come up with a distance of 3:22 and 74. 3:22 and 74.
That's one of those trucks we see, Josh. It seems to be improving about every week. That truck gets a little bit better. Give Lauren Boyson a round of applause. Tough ride for her.
One more machine to go over there on the four-wheel drive side. Already in the rear, they got to stand right there and watch one more run out and see if they can grab that never-losing win they've been chasing this season in this throw stock division. Next over, Mike Superstock. Moving Tom Scheffler out of Hancock, Iowa. Back to our fifth for the five. Washington ended up at 149, 114. When this Grim River machine hooking up to the sled gets done pulling, you watch down at the end of the track where you see them all gathered up right there on the rail. You'll know Marty and Loretta, if they win it, they'll be out there hopping, jumping, and dancing a jig over the excitement of winning here this evening in Wisner.
Tom Scheffler, just for fun, out of Hancock, Iowa.
Nice pass for that machine of the Schefflers right there, that just for fun tractor. They've been struggling with it this season. Looks like they're finally getting it worked out. On the pickups, this is the Grim Reaper, William Gibbons. William giving it all he had, not going to be able to get it done. Marty and Loretta Selman, your winners. The Rat Trap Ford. Loretta doing the driving tonight. I need you two over here at the table. We got a little bit of hardware for you here this evening, please. Going to win the class tonight and the Thunderbolt Award. Marty and Loretta Selman, the Rat Trap Ford pulling team.
Marty Selman, Loretta Selman, we need you over here in front of the announcer stand. Marty and Loretta Selman. You do in front of the announcer stand. Josh, make sure they sign that banner down there as well. Dennis Beck out of Madison, South Dakota. Case tractor called the Hustler. Got to beat 312.52. Tyler Spatansky, Born Loser Light in the top spot right now. We got any Case fans out here tonight? Case. Love them old Case tractors. Dennis Beck and the Hustler. Oh, I saw the red. He was awful close to that right boundary. I'm assuming he got a tire into the chalk. We'll wait for the official word here and see if it's a disqualification. All right, officially he did go out of bounds. He'll be disqualified. Doggone it, had a pretty good run too. Watch the replay. You should be able to see the chalk whenever he gets in it on the tire. Yep.
Hey, I'm down here with Loretta Selman, driver of the Rat Trap Ford, finally getting that elusive victory for the first time this season. Loretta, tell us what you did.
Well, like hell.
And you done a fine job of it. You drug it out there and then had to stand and watch him run at you. Not only taking home the win tonight, but taking home the Thunderbolt. It's got to be exciting for you guys.
We are very excited. We've been trying to get this all year long, and we have some tough competition in our class, so we are thrilled.
Well, congratulations. I know it's been a hard run for you. You've been searching and searching for it. You finally got it done. Congratulations. Marty, anything you want to say?
Yeah, I want to thank Wisner. Everybody puts this pull on. Been a long time since we did good up here. We're happy we did good this year, and all these fans come out. And I want to thank my wife and all the sponsors, the Outlaws, and Jim Evans, my Edmund builder at RCE, and Raleigh, Missouri for the horsepower. And thanks again for y'all coming out.
A very emotional moment for him. Congratulations, the Rat Trap pulling team.
Awesome for Marty and Loretta Selman. Saw him take second place last night. I've seen that happen to him about 3 times this season. They've made an awesome hook, went out there and watched most of the class come after him, and then somebody would get by him. So nice to see them get their first win of the season here in Wisner tonight and the Thunderbolt Award. That's pretty awesome. Haley Spatansky, young lady out of Cairo, Nebraska, Super 10. Haley Spatanski going to burn it in there just short the 300-foot marker. Going to go 296.28. Puts her in the number 2 spot. 296.28.
We're getting this thing ready to roll over here on the diesel superstock side. Got 5 vehicles here tonight. One of them was not able to make it back. Unfortunately, it was the winner from last night's event. Mr. Doug Meisinger, the scrappy machine, having some problems, not going to be able to make the call tonight. First tractor out, going to be Tyler Beckman from Waverly, Iowa. Machine he calls Born Green, took 3rd here last night in Wisner. Going to be hunting, looking, trying to do as good as he can to get his opportunity for that Thunderbolt Award here this evening. Currently sitting number 2 in the points for the 2021 season.
Yeah, Tyler coming off that win Wednesday afternoon at the Iowa State Fair. Looking for a good run here tonight with Doug Meisinger and Scrappy out. Scrappy made an awesome pass last night, a monster run down this track.
Boy, when you see both stacks blowing black, throwing it 30, 40 feet up in the air, you know he's making the horsepower. The Born Green machine going to come in at 328.98.
Wild Rock, Demon Be Gone, out of Nemaha, Iowa. Well, we'll give Lyle one more shot here. Not able to get that thing lit. Giving one more opportunity here within 100 feet.
Over on that diesel super side, that 328.98 for the Born Green, he kept that hook. We are underway on that track.
All right. Not Demon Be Gone. It's a Crazy Horse, Rod Pasota, out of Ravenna, Nebraska. Got to make it go this time around. Not going to make it happen here tonight, Rod Pasota. And a Crazy Horse. Unable to get the sled down the track. Folks, that's tractor pulling. It happens to the best of them. Back to the drawing board for Rod Pasota and a Crazy Horse.
Over on the diesel super track, this is going to be Scott Frankie coming out of Palmer, Iowa. Machine he just calls the MX 170. Scott had an issue last night, was only able to get down 180 feet. Come in 6th position. Looking to do a lot better here this evening. On the big case, he calls the MX 170. These big diesel supers here, it takes a little bit of time to spool them up and get the heat built in them. Running multiple turbos, multiple stages of boost. But when they get them lit, they put on a show. Here we go, MX 170. Still not quite able to get it worked out exactly like he wants it. Looks like he definitely improved on last night. Went 270 and 10 here this evening for Scott Frankie out of Palmer, Iowa. Give him a round of applause, getting it back out here, trying to get everything lined out on the MX 170.
Third points leader in this light super stock class, getting back up to the Ironman sled right now. This is Mark Ulmer out of Minnow, South Dakota. Eleanor, defending point champion from 2020. This man has two tractors in this class. He broke the other tractor. He has a diesel light super stock and an alcohol light super stock. He's won the points championships 2 years in a row with two different tractors. Most recently, this tractor, Eleanor, won the points last season and is in sole possession of the lead right now. Has to beat 312.52 feet, 312.52. The lead distance, Tyler Spatansky and Born Loser Light sitting out front. Here we go. Mark Ulmer, Eleanor. Oh, how about it, Wisner, Nebraska?
What a run.
We'd expect nothing less from Mark Ulmer and that Eleanor tractor. I guess I don't need to tell you, we got a new leader. 382.28 for the lead. Give him a round of applause. Mark Ulmer out of Minnow, South Dakota moves into the top spot with that pass.
Over on the diesel super side, here comes your current points leader, Mr. Taylor Van Beek from Rock Valley, Iowa. Tractor he calls the Extreme Pleasure. You may remember this tractor from years past as being called Revered. Went back to the Extreme Pleasure name. Here he is, Taylor Van Beek, Rock Valley, Iowa, the current points leader. Oh, Taylor laying down a good run there, chasing that big 328 by the Born Green machine. Going to come in at 310 and 43. 310 and 43 for Taylor Van Beek out of Rock Valley, Iowa.
Just looking back here to the light modified class, those points will be final after today. Last hook for that light modified class with the Outlaws in 2021. Next puller will be Jim Scheffler out of Hancock, Iowa. Too much fun. Melvin Nelson is on deck. Josh, you got a pretty good one over there on your side.
I do indeed. That'll be the Red Line Fever of Mr. Esden Lane. Good hook there for the Too Much Fun. Trying to get it down there and chase Mark Omer down. 264.99 for Too Much Fun. Over on the Diesel Super side, this is Esden Lane coming from Dayton, Minnesota. Tractor he calls Red Line Fever, the king of smoke on the Diesel Supers right now. Here we go. Esden went number 2 last night at 3:20.01. 3:28.98 to mark the beat. If he wants to beat the John Deere International people, let him hear you. Esden Lane, the Red Line Fever. Oh, giving it all he's got. I don't think he got there. Not going to be able to get past the John Deere here this evening. 3:02.87 going to be the final mark for the Red Line Fever machine.
Melvin Nelson backing up to the Ironman sled. He's out of Dannebrog, Nebraska. Senseless, name of this tractor. 382.28 is the mark to beat. Mark Ulmer stretching that track out to 382.28.
Hey, Ron, you want to know we're having a good day? Look back there behind the starting line. Nothing but a cloud of diesel smoke back there. You know it's a good day at the tractor pull when you see that.
That's right. You know you're not going to get bit by any mosquitoes back there as well. Melvin Nelson, senseless. Pretty good pass for Melvin Nelson. Gonna come up short, though. Not sure if anybody will get out there. Only a couple of tractors left, but the next one is a definite maybe. Corey Schluter coming up next. Melvin Nelson moves into the number 3 spot at 297 even.
Over on the Diesel Super side, we're going to get right down to it. This will be the last tractor of the class on the Diesel Super sled here this evening. This will be the Hot Stuff machine out of Macedonia, Iowa. There is a lady sitting at the controls of it named Sarah Koo, and she needs every one of you ladies here to cheer for her tonight if she's going to get out there past the Born Green John Deere and Tyler Beckman at 3:28.98. When she gets this thing hooked up and starts spooling it up, ladies, I want you to get loud and proud. Let her hear you. If you get loud enough, she'll hear you through the helmet. Tell her you're behind her. Tell her you're pushing for her to get out there and take the win over the big John Deere at 3:28.98.
Folks, if you get hungry, Thunder Meats over under the canopy over there in the Thunderdome. Thunder Meats. Cooking up some grub over there, hamburgers and steak sandwiches and pork sandwiches. Burgers, yep. Thunder Meats, you get hungry.
I had one of them steak sandwiches earlier, and they were good. Can't hardly be beat right there.
That's what you was eating earlier.
That's what I was eating. I thought about getting one of the pork ones, but, you know, I was only hungry for one.
I thought you was more of a pizza guy.
Come on now. Let's not go there, Ron.
John Deere, what's it going to be, alcohol or diesel? Alcohol in the lead. Corey Schluter, Carrollton, Missouri, barn burner. Well, let's hope it ain't broke, because he did pull back before 100 feet.
It looked like something fell down between the tires and went under the rear end there.
I see that.
What about that second bounce? Looked like something fell over on the diesel super side. Ladies, here she comes, Miss Sarah Koo out of Macedonia, Iowa. Tractor called Hot Stuff. Get loud, get proud. Let her know you're pulling for her. One shot's all she got. Got to get past 328 and 98 to beat the big John Deere.
Corey Schluter lost the oil pump. He is out.
Come on, ladies, let her hear ya. Doggone, just never able to get it rolling here this evening like she was wanting to. Give it all she had, but only going to come in at 247 and 19. Not able to get the big international hooked up and rolling like she was wanting. Give her a round of applause right there, Miss Sarah Cool, the Hot Stuff Machine out of Macedonia, Iowa.
Give Corey Schluter a round of applause. Broke the oil pump on that pass with the barn burner. Not going to be able to return.
Give you a rundown on this diesel super class real quick. Number 5 going to be Sarah Cool, the Hot Stuff at 247 and 19. Number 4, Scott Frankie, the MX 170 at 270 and 10. Number 3 going to be Esden Lane, the Red Line Fever out of Dayton, Minnesota at 302 and 87. Number 2, Taylor Van Beek, Rock Valley, Iowa, the tractor called Extreme Pleasure. And your winner, the big John Deere, Mr. Tyler Beckman out of Waverly, Iowa, the Born Green Machine. Give him a round of applause.